I'm Scott Fleishman, and we are live having fun here where the Vermont City Marathon runners are coming up to pick up their bibs. And I want to show you real quick a gentleman that I did a story on last year at the Vermont City Marathon, Maxwell Curtis. Milton man, he was in an bad bike accident about 2 years ago. He was in a coma, and last year ran a portion of the marathon. He was on Meb's team. Well, I'm happy to say this year he is running the whole marathon. Great comeback story. Maxwell Curtis should be on our website, WCAX.com, story we did last year. All right, as for the expo itself, this is great. People coming over, they're picking up their bibs. That's what it's all about right there, the Stanley Cup. I'm Scott Fleishman in Boston. We have team coverage of Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Bruins and Blues. The Bees looking to go up 2-0. And Darren, we're actually inside the XL Center, right near the souvenir stand. You can see plenty of fans lining up to get their NCAA March Madness shirts. Now, there will be plenty of Catamount fans here tomorrow afternoon to cheer on the team against Florida State. But because this venue is so close to Vermont, many of those fans are actually going to be driving down tomorrow morning for the game.
Scott Fleishman is at the Sports and Fitness Expo. He's shining a spotlight on the marathon's pace setters. Scott.
That's right, Celine. If you are running in the Vermont City Marathon on Sunday, you may see some folks holding up signs just like this. These are the people that you want to pay attention to, especially if you are out to make a time goal on Sunday. It is the VCM Pace team, and a few weeks ago, they met with some of the marathoners at the ski rack in Burlington.
You're off. Have a great one, everyone.
The 4-hour marathon.
It's just a good, round-sounding number.
For the average runner, it's about as elusive as the perfect spring day in Vermont. Fewer than 25% of marathoners have broken the barrier.
It's an interesting time space for people.
But if you feel like taking on the challenge,
one person will keep the time and the other one will drop back.
Thomas Nuovo will help you get there. This is his 8th time pacing the 4-hour group at the VCM.
We like to talk to them and give them, and keep them motivated to going and, asking about how they're doing, give them any advice we can while we're running.
They're really valuable for everybody.
Jim Rudolph is looking to finish his 3rd VCM in 3 hours, 30 minutes.
We'll see if that's too ambitious.
The pace setters will make it a little less daunting.
If you don't have some sort of yardstick to keep you slower than your body wants to start off with, it's really easy to blow up.
From the water station volunteers to the fans and your sneakers cushion, there's plenty of support on Marathon Day.
Pace team leaders, raise your hand.
But no one may prevent you from getting more hamstrung than the pace setters.
A lot of people come up to me afterwards, thanking me for, keeping them motivated, especially at the end of the race.
Woohoo! Woo!
18 pace setters make up the VCM team on Sunday. Race time, 7 a.m. We're live in South Burlington. Scott Fleishman, Channel 3 News. Weather permitting, Thunder Road kicks off its 60th season in Barrie on Sunday, April 28th. One driver who's used to being on the start list finds himself on an organ donation list. For now, he's looking to put his health issues in the rearview mirror and focus on the sport he loves.
Oh, okay.
Normally this time of year, Cameron Willett has a one-track mind. That one track is Thunder Road in Barrie. Cameron races in the Flying Tigers division and has won here 6 times. In fact, we were there the night he picked up his first career victory in 2013.
I started racing go-karts here when I was 7 years old, so just winning here is something special.
Is there any better feeling than getting that checkered flag?
No better feeling than winning. Definitely the best feeling you can have in a race car is winning.
Last August, Cameron experienced chest pain, causing his family to raise the caution flag.
They convinced me to go to Express Care where they discovered the blood pressure was through the roof, so we headed up to the emergency room up in Berlin.
It was Cameron's own personal diagnostic test, but the results didn't show a quick fix. At 23 years old, Cameron's kidneys stopped working.
Feel kind of helpless. There's not much we can do other than do the best we can, do everything we can to try and find him a kidney to get him healthy and back to quote-unquote normal life.
Perfect.
While Cameron waits on the kidney donor list, he goes to dialysis 3 days a week, 4 hours a session.
Certainly a pain, but it's something we got to do for now, and we'll do it as long as we need to do it until we get a transplant, and then we'll move on from there.
After learning about Cameron's diagnosis, the Thunder Road community showed its support. When Cameron couldn't race last summer because he was in the hospital, his fellow Tigers drivers left a couple of chairs in his pit spot. They took pictures there, holding a sign wishing Cameron well.
That was something that I wouldn't have expected them to do. So that was something really nice.
Them themselves are like the definition of Thunder Road. They're a family team. They come there with a family. He races, but they all have fun together.
The Willette family plans on having fun watching Cameron race this summer. There's no plans to slow down, unless, of course, a donor is found.
That'll be a break we have to take, and we'll get through that. But we'll be back after that.
Let's just consider that a welcomed speed bump in a race that's not about being first, but about reaching a healthy finish. And we will have information on Cameron's UVM Medical Center transplant team on our website, WCAX.com. The Boston Bruins are now 2 wins away from winning the Stanley Cup. The Bees never let up in a 7-2 win over the Blues in Game 3 of their best-of-7 series on Saturday. Let's head to St. Louis. Well, the story of this one was the Bruins' power play. They went 4 for 4 with the man advantage. Patrice Bergeron with a goal and 2 assists, including the first goal to get the Bruins on the board. After the Bees scored their third goal here late in the first period, the Blues contested the call, saying Boston was offsides, but the refs upheld the call. St. Louis would get a delay of game penalty, and this is the result. Boston's 4th goal to start the second period by David Pastrnak. The Bruins will look to take a commanding 3-1 lead in the series Monday night in St. Louis. Well, after a slow start during the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the Bruins' power play is in full stride. After Saturday's 4 for 4 performance, the Bees are now 6 of 14 in the series. They were right around 50% in the conference finals against Carolina and are about 43% now for the playoff run. Patrice Bergeron leads the Bruins in the postseason with 7 power play goals. It's going to be a long summer at Fenway Park if the Red Sox can't turn things around soon. Boston is now 9.5 games behind the Yankees for first place in the division after a 5-3 loss to the Bombers in the Bronx Saturday. The Sox have now dropped 2 straight to the Yankees and have lost 4 in a row overall. The middle of the order did show up for the Sox. Xander Bogaerts with a solo shot in the 4th, making it 3-2 Yankees. The combo of Bogaerts and Brock Holt accounting for 5 of Boston's 11 hits. Boston starter Rick Porcello, however, did not show up. 5 runs in 4 2/3 innings. Gary Sanchez breaking a 3-3 tie with a 2-run homer in the 5th. 6 Yankee relievers keeping Boston off the scoreboard for the final 5+ innings. Boston will try and avoid the sweep on Sunday night. Vermont Lake Monster tickets for the 2019 season officially went on sale Saturday afternoon. We caught up with at least one die-hard fan picking up her individual tickets. You could also pick up your season passes. After last year's playoff run, fans are looking forward to another season of success.
It's time to have a good ball season.
Now, there are a few important dates coming up for the Monsters. The home opener, June 14th, and of course 3 dates you're going to want to circle on your calendar. June 25th, July 15th, and August 13th. Those are your 25-cent hot dog nights. Of course, we know how important those are. And for the 2nd straight year, the Lake Monsters become the Maple Kings for one night only, July 29th. Final stop, Burlington, for the Division I High School Track and Field State Championships. The St. Johnsbury girls are your state champions. Leah Roddy with a win for the Hilltoppers in the long jump. Her top leap, 17 feet, 1 1/4 inches. CVU finishes 2nd. The boys' team title goes to Essex. This is the 1,500 meters. The Hornets' Harry Farrington winning with a time of 4 minutes, 7.89 seconds. Essex winning the team title by 19 points over St. Johnsbury. And right now on our website, WCAX.com, we have highlights of the Division II, III, and IV high school track and field state championships. That's it for now. I'm Scott Fleishman. Have a great day.